Chapter 1: The beginning of the disappearance. Samar woke up to the sound of his phone ringing unusually early. The caller was his best friend Rami's father. After a confused response, Samar learned the shocking news: Rami had disappeared without a trace. At school, tension prevailed between students and teachers, and everyone wondered about Rami's fate. Students were asked to avoid wandering around the school after school. Despite these warnings, Samar felt an irresistible curiosity to know what happened to his friend. He and his friends Noor and Ali decided to embark on a risky search journey, wanting to uncover the secret of Rami's mysterious disappearance. Chapter 2: Mysterious Evidence. The next day, after classes ended, Samar and his friends gathered in the school basement. A place that everyone avoids visiting due to the horror stories associated with it. While they were searching through old books and drawers, they found a small, dusty notebook filled with strange symbols and numbers. There were incomprehensible drawings and multiple dates. Samar felt that this notebook held a secret, but none of them knew how to decipher these symbols. They decided to take it with them, hoping that they would be able to understand it later. The idea of Rami's disappearance began to become more mysterious, as if it were part of a bigger puzzle. Chapter 3: Anonymous Message. 2 days later, Samar received an anonymous message on his phone, which included a clear threat to anyone who tried to interfere in Rami's disappearance. The message was cryptic, written in a suspicious and fearful manner: "It is better not to try to search for things that do not concern you, because the consequences may be dire." Samar felt worried, but decided not to tell his parents or the administration for fear of being prevented from investigating. He spoke with Noor and Ali about the message, and they agreed that this threat increased the importance of exploring the secret of Rami's disappearance. The group felt that they had entered a dangerous adventure, but their curiosity and courage prevented them from backing down. Chapter 4: The Secret Room. During their continuous search in the school, Noor noticed that the school library seemed to be hiding something behind it. Noor pushed one of the shelves, and found a small door hidden in the wall behind the shelves. The three looked at each other in surprise and caution, but their curiosity prompted them to open the door and enter. Behind the door, they found a secret room filled with old files and photos of students who had disappeared years ago. Samar and his friends realized that Rami's disappearance might be related to these previous incidents. They decided to keep what they found a secret between them, as this room might hold the key to solving the mystery of their friend's disappearance. Chapter 5: Samples from the Past. The friends began examining the files and photos in the secret room. They noticed that most of the photos were of students from different years, and they all had a strange mark in the bottom corner. While examining the photos, Samar noticed an old photo of one of the teachers currently working at the school, who looked much younger. They decided that this teacher might have knowledge of what happened to these students, and might have been involved in Rami's disappearance. They agreed that they needed to monitor this teacher's actions and get close to him to find out what he was hiding. Chapter 6: Surveillance. The friends began to monitor the suspicious teacher, who they noticed was acting strangely. Avoided talking about Rami in front of the students, and always seemed nervous when passing by the library or the basement. One day, Samar noticed that the teacher was carrying the same old notebook they found in the basement, which raised their suspicions even more. They decided to follow him after school, to find out where he went after leaving school. Their hearts were pounding, as they were about to get closer to the truth, but the danger increased with every step. Chapter 7: Final Exam. The next day, Samar and his friends were called to participate in a special exam after school. The group felt that this test might be an attempt by the teacher to test their loyalty or understanding of what was happening. When they entered the room for the test, they were surprised to find other teachers inside the room, with some strange devices. The test started with questions about school life, but soon the questions turned to inquiries about the secret room and whether they had entered it. Samer and his friends realized that this was a trap to reveal what they knew, but they tried to hold themselves together and not reveal anything. Chapter 8, Confrontation. The teachers felt that Samer and his friends were hiding something, so they decided to confront them directly. One of the teachers took out the mysterious notebook and asked them why they were interested in it. Samer and his friends tried to pretend that they did not know anything, but the teachers were not convinced. Samer finally admitted that they were looking for their friend Rami and that they just wanted to know the truth. At that point, one of the teachers started laughing and revealed that they were part of an old organization operating in the school and using students for mysterious purposes. This information increased their fear, but they decided to resist and look for a way to escape. Chapter 9, Escape. The friends managed to take advantage of a moment of confusion among the teachers, and succeeded in escaping from the room. They ran through the dark corridors of the school, trying to find a way out. On their way, they passed by the secret room again, and decided to take some files and photos as evidence to prove the teachers' involvement in the disappearance of Rami and other students. After a difficult escape, they managed to reach the school gate, where they sent a distress call to the police via Samer's phone. The police arrived in time, and were able to arrest the teachers who were trying to escape. Chapter 10, Rami's Return. Thanks to the courage of Samer and his friends and the cooperation of the police, Rami's location was discovered and he was rescued from his place of detention in another secret room inside the school. Rami returned to school, where his family and friends welcomed him with great joy. But the mystery surrounding the secret organization led by the teachers continued to raise questions in everyone's minds. Although the story ended with Rami's return, Samer and his friends realized that the school held secrets greater than they could have imagined, and that they might reappear at any time.